I'm terrified. You're Tara's friend. Come in. Come in. Come in. Today, I feel like talking about boundaries. Very quickly, very simply. Boundary. Specifically because today I experienced standing up for myself, advocating for my own health, to create space so I could rest and recover. Simply put, I was in conversation with somebody. Just a little text here and there. But the amount of energy that I was putting towards talking to this person through text was draining. I'm giving myself to them. I'm thinking of things to say, or things are just flowing out of me to type, so I'm still using energy towards it. Having a great time, by the way. Lots of laughter, lots of joy, things are going well. And yet I still tire myself out. And so I expressed to the person, hey, I've had enough for today, or at least right now. I will respond eventually. I'll get back to you when it's time. And of course they were okay with that. So things went smooth. Seems very simple to express, oh, you're done talking? Okay, then stop talking. Duh. But you'd be surprised how easy it is to ignore that signal that says I'm tired and continue to show up in the same way, draining yourself until you're just numb, tired, irritated. It doesn't have to get to that point. You can stop things before it gets to that point, but it requires you to be courageous enough to express yourself as honestly as possible. There are many times in the past where I have just stood there in a verbal conversation, not wanting to be a part of it, but feeling like I have to be there for this other person so they can get their shit off. Like I have to be here quietly and listen to you, and maybe chime in every now and then. Me chiming in very subtly, I guess, will still continue to perpetuate the energy of a conversation, even though I don't want to have one. And it looks like this. Oh yeah? What? Those little gestures, those things that show that you're interested in what's going on, but you know that you want to leave, you don't have to do that. You can just say, okay, I've had enough, no more. But it's scary, especially if you like to people please. You don't want someone to be upset. You know that they're having a great time talking. You're not having a great time listening though. So which one is more important? The way that you feel, or the way that you think that they feel? That's all I'm saying. The more that you advocate for yourself, the less you will find yourself burning out. Energetic burnout is real. Physical burnout, obviously. You work all the time, you're busy all the time, just pumping away. You feel your body depleting, so you have to rest and recover. Same thing happens with the mind when you think too much. If your mind is so active all the time for prolonged periods of time, you might get a headache. Slow down. Catch a break. Emotionally, you could be so invested into something, pouring yourself into it, that everything is just so shiny and beautiful. But that does require energy to upkeep, to uphold. And you burn so brightly that you exhaust yourself and you have nothing left. You're just a coal at the end of the day. So find that sweet spot between being able to enjoy yourself, express yourself, and listen, and also listen to yourself when you are tired, when you're done. And pay attention to that, because it's important. Okay, hey, yeah, I don't really want to do this anymore. Say it in your way. You don't have to be abrasive. You don't have to be assholish. But also put your foot down when you say it. Make sure you stand on business when you express yourself. Because if not, if you don't have that concrete foundation of realness when you speak it, it'll just crumble or be trampled over. What's really important is that you follow through with what you say about how you feel in the moment of the situation. If I say that I'm done talking, I have to be done talking. That doesn't mean that I continue to have banter with somebody for the next 5-10 minutes. No, I'm done. Matter of fact, if I say that I'm done talking and that other person keeps talking, that's a tricky situation. What do? The easy thing. You can walk away. I have a story to tell you. I was at a bar having conversations with an old friend, and that friend introduced me to one of her friends. And around this time, I was getting ready to leave. My homie was outside. He was in the car waiting on me. But the friend that I was introduced to was a talker. And I don't think she could really catch the fact that I wanted to go by little subtle social cues and hints that I didn't want to be a part of the conversation. Granted, I was still talking to her. So how would she even be able to know if I don't want to talk, if I'm still talking? Anyway, so I said that I had to go. I just wanted to say something to my friend, give her a hug or whatever. And I got to meet this person. Okay, cool. And she just kept on talking and talking and talking. And the thing that got me out of the situation was just leaving, literally. Just looking at her and like leaving. It's just that simple. You can do it. It might feel scary. It might be awkward or weird. But there's no rules to this shit. You can literally do what you want. Just make sure it's real. Honest, you know? So, kudos to anyone who is trying to stand up for themselves. Advocate. Such a good word to use. You know? If you're not accustomed to speaking your heart when it's time to express it, I suggest that you begin slowly, if you must, to do so. Because you'll save yourself a lot of headache, a lot of time, and a lot of good vibes. Keep your energy. And with that, I'm done. I'm sure there's a lesson in here about being done recording and being done in conversation. Perhaps the energy that was used to express everything before has now run out. And therefore, if I continue to keep pushing in this direction, although there's nothing else to say, I might be putting myself in a position that drains my life. Just something to think about. So you be good. And I'll see you when I see you. Oh yeah, drink water.